Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Brisbane. Today I'm going to London and I've spent the whole day stressing myself out because there's been so much stuff to organize. And then I was like, what am I doing? I've got a magical door. Why am I not just using that? So let's go. Et voila, we have arrived in London. I'm just joking, that's illegal. This is what actually happened. Car is packed, poles are packed. We're leaving Brisbane. Let the fun begin. How many kilos am I over?
19.
19 kilos over.
Yes, that's 2,035.
So the good thing about paying so much excess luggage is the wonderful people here feel bad for you, and I got more leg room so I can sort of stretch out on the flight. So thank you guys so much.
You're welcome.
So now that the check-in is done and they've taken the poles, I can sort of relax for a bit. Today has been the most stressful day in forever. I actually, halfway through the day, went to check the poles and realized I had only packed 3 out of the 7 poles. So I went out to UQ to get the others. I didn't pack them last night. I don't know. But anyway, today's been stressful. I can start to relax now. I'm boarding in a couple minutes. The plan for this first flight is to stay awake as long as physically possible, because right now it's 11 PM here, but in London it's 2 in the afternoon. So I want to stay awake for at least another 6 hours and then I can go to sleep. Eight hours later, I've made it to Singapore. The flight was okay, it was long. I got some solid work done for the first 3 hours and then my computer died and I didn't really have much to do, so ended up going to sleep around 6:30 PM London time. Had 2 hours sleep and then they woke us up for breakfast and stuff. So anyway, I'm here now. I was also trying to decide what to make out of this vlog and how I could sort of provide some value. And I figured a lot of you are athletes, some of you travel for athletics. And so here are a couple travel tips for athletes. Number 1 is the compression that I spoke about earlier. If you have compression gear, long tights, compression socks, compression tops, anything like that, put it on, because deep vein thrombosis is not good, especially for athletes. We don't have time for that. Number 2 is food. Generally, airplanes don't have great food, so I always take like nuts and muesli bars and like little snacks that I can just snack on during the flight. Number 3 is hydration. It is really easy to get dehydrated on a plane, so you need to be drinking as much water as you can. I've been told 500 mils per hour, but that's like an obscene amount. And you don't want to be peeing every half an hour, but drinking a lot of water is important. Number 4 is being active on the plane. While you're awake, you should be doing a couple minutes of exercise every hour, and it can just be walking around, or it can be like your squats and your calf raises and all sorts of stuff. Number 5 is sleep. The second you get on the plane, you should be changing your phone and your watch to the destination's time, so you can see when it's nighttime, so you know when to avoid caffeine and when to go to sleep, just so you can kickstart into the rhythm. Number 6 is some sort of hygiene kit, something where you can like grab all the stuff you need, your toothbrush, your moisturizers, your hand sanitizers, deodorant, nasal spray, and eye drops. There's like a ton more. You can take medication and anything else you need to freshen up. And usually halfway through a flight, I'll go into the bathroom to just freshen up. Number 7 are noise cancelling headphones. They are quite a bit of an investment, but so totally worth it if you're flying. It just numbs out the background noise and turns, which is the constant aeroplane noise, into just a smooth sort of background sound you can barely hear. And finally, number 8, mentally prepare yourself for the flight. Don't expect to eat well, don't expect to sleep well, expect it to be really long and boring. If you don't expect much, can you be disappointed? Anyway, that's it for the travel tips. If you guys have any more, let me know down below. I'm always like looking for little things, and I hope I provided some sort of value. I am now gonna go board my flight to London. The plan for this flight is to pretty much go to sleep as fast as I can. I'm only working off 2 hours of sleep right now. It's about 2 AM in London, so if I can get to sleep as soon as possible and sleep for maybe another 5 hours, that would be perfect. This is a 13-hour flight, so it's going to be quite long. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you. Bye.
13 hours later and we have made it to London. Nothing can really prepare you for 24 hours of travel. It just hurts. I'm just following the crowds now, hoping my poles have arrived. So we have one bag, we have the poles, and we are missing the third bag. Apparently it didn't make it on the second flight from Singapore to here, which is slightly annoying because they're the ones with my spikes and my training stuff in it. But apparently it's coming tonight, which is good. But the other thing is, in that bag is all the straps to tie this to the roof racks of the person who's picking me up. So now we don't have straps to carry the poles. This is a very dodgy makeshift method of tying poles to a car. The car's too smart for us. It doesn't want to like jam anything in the window. We don't have another plan B. The airline told us to go to a hardware store, but it's 6 PM on a Saturday. Okay, we're gonna try putting him in the car now. This is the solution we've come up with. Poles pretty much straight through the car out to the front window. We're going to be going along the highway for 70 kilometers, and the only thing holding it is going to be me from the front passenger side seat. So wish us luck. I'm really hungry as well. Finally, we have made it to Tonbridge in the UK. Looks like a beautiful little town. We made it here without getting pulled over or fined by police, which is good. And we have 2 out of 3 bags, the other one hopefully coming tonight. So that is it for today. I have one more travel tip for you guys actually. When you arrive at your destination, get out into some natural sunlight. That will help let your body know what time it is and when it needs to go to sleep and wake up. So get out into some natural sunlight. Otherwise, if it's dark, go to sleep because it's nighttime. But that's it for today's video. Hope you guys had a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Ciao!